catch them. It's their first big fish ever, and they'll take it home for the mounting.
Big eyes. At night, if they catch the light, do they reflect back any at all or any particular colour?
At night time it seems to reflect back red. Get a reddish sheen in their eye.
When she comes up, and she looks at him, it was like the red eye.
Eye shine is only part of the story. Could a dusky cob be mistaken for a half-woman, half-fish with pale, shimmering skin? The only way to know for sure is to catch one. The fish I'm after occupies both fresh and salt water, so my best chance of finding it could be where the two meet, in the lower reaches of the breather. A strip of squid that I've tenderised a little bit so that it leaks a bit of scent into the water, and then just some bait elastic which holds it. That's fairly well attached, but there's lots of small fish here, and just to sort of deter them a little bit. What I'm after can grow to the size of a person, but can also be mistaken for a woman. It's swimming to the side there and has a silver-white glow. But this is not a cob. Right, so this took a whole fish on the bottom, but disappointingly small. I'm after something that puts a real bend in the rod. But this is a game fish known as a garrick or a learfish. They go considerably bigger than this, but no, it's interesting to see the fish are moving, but just hoping for something a bit bigger. Garrick can grow quite big, up to 4 or 5 into fresh water. They will enter estuaries like this. You won't find one of these upstream where some of the mysterious mermaid sightings occurred. It's reassuring to get a catch, but it's still not what I'm looking for. The tide has just turned. The boat has just swung round, and that happened pretty well straight after the boat settled. So what that might be doing, it might mean that that might be in the vanguard. There might be other fish also moving up on the tide. I need to get my line back in the water. Again. This is going to be an interesting fish, I think. We're in about 15 feet of water under the boat. I think it could be quite handy to get the anchor up. I'm starting to worry a little bit now because this fish is on this gear. It's taken a while to come in. There's a risk that the shark will just come and chop it in half. Surface, it's going to surface. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Running again. Leaders in sight, leaders in sight. Can you see the fish? Okay. We have it in the boat. We have it in the boat. Dusky cob. This is what I was after, and it's a good sized one. Dusky cob spend most of their life in the sea, but also migrate into rivers. At just over 5 feet long, this shimmering fish is easily woman-sized. Mark, my guide, has already confirmed that cob have a red reflective layer in their eyes. So have I finally got my hands on the silvery creature behind the mermaid mystery? So I'm thinking for some of those stories at least where people claim to have seen a supernatural creature, a mermaid, breaking the surface of the river, I actually think this real life, flesh and blood creature was what they saw. The belief in a creature that's half woman and half fish is deeply rooted in South African culture. Over the centuries, it has been endowed with supernatural powers, even deaths. This fish demonstrates that there may be real-life creatures behind the stories, hidden that are every bit as marvelous as the myth.
These granite hills surrounding human settlements have been claimed by wild leopards, and their numbers are rising. On or dusk. During daylight hours, they hide in caves and clefts high on the hillsides. There is a flash of movement. It is Nina. She is making an appearance after many days. Leopards usually produce litters of 2 to 3 cubs. Nina will be fiercely protective. Any males other than their father will kill these cubs on sight. It will give the new male a chance of mating with Nina and creating his own genetic line. Like all baby leopards, Nina's first cub loves playtime. Baby number 2 is too young to care about such dangers. It just wants to have some fun. Leopard cubs are weaned off their mother's milk when about 3 months, their mothers for up to 2 years. But here in Hawaii, with so many cats competing for space, maturity and independence come early. Here, cubs leave their mothers sooner and mate much earlier than wild leopards elsewhere. Some even die earlier. Adult males fight fatal battles with each other while competing for the limited space in these hills.
Once the big cats ranged over much of Asia and Europe. Today, they survive in just one exterminated lions on a huge scale. By the mid-20th century, in Gujarat, their numbers dropped to just 20 before they received protection from the local prince, the Nawab of Junagadh. Today, there are over 500 wild lions in India. A remarkable recovery. The forest brims with life. And there's plenty of prey for the lions. Wildlife has blossomed because of reduced livestock grazing. Cheetah have increased tenfold. Sambar, 5-fold. Wild boar and nilgai, India's largest antelope, have tripled. This should be a perfect hunting ground. But there's a catch. The abundance of animals could actually make hunting harder. Langoras and cheetah often forage together. The monkeys provide the deer with an early warning system. The lions also